Hey everyone, welcome back to eCarC. Today I want to talk about my Rustler, how it's coming along, the mods that I've done. So let's get actually, you know what? The first one I'm going to show you is I put the Arrma body clip retainers on my Rustler. So I'm sure you guys have done this where you run it and you lose body clips, you have to keep buying body clips. Arrma came out with this system, I don't know how long ago, a long time ago. It is so much more convenient. You just drill some holes, pop these little rubber grommets through here. These will hold on to your body clips and you will never have to worry about losing them. And they're easy to grab and pull off. The very first thing that I think everybody should do on a Rustler is get a front bumper. The original bumper is tiny, it's useless, it's just there, it says TRX on it. To me, it doesn't do anything. Does it protect anything? Maybe it protects this front bulkhead area from cracking, but I don't really think it does a whole lot. So RPM, everybody knows RPM plastic. They're fantastic, a little flexible, but very durable. I think this should be the first upgrade everybody does. Not expensive either. I think it was like $6 or $7. Next mod I did was the Hinge Pin Brace. It's fiberglass, and normally it comes in with like the raw fiberglass. It doesn't have any kind of paint or anything on it. I actually painted it black. It's actually hard to tell it's even there by looking at it. People would miss it, but the other one stands out. If it's not painted, it really stands out. I didn't like the way it looked. I know it's not necessary to paint it, but I painted it black just to make it look a little nicer. And along with that, I put in hinge pins instead of the screw pins. So the hinge pins have the E-clips on them that hold them in place. For some reason, I just feel like there's a little more flexibility. Maybe it's a little more smooth, maybe it's a little more loose over here, I'm not sure, but to me it just feels better. I'm not sure why it feels better, maybe it's just in my head, but I don't like screw pins. I feel like screw pins cause trouble. They weaken the plastic, and these are much better when you're constantly bashing and crashing into things, and I'm sure now with the Hinge Pin Brace, I'm in good shape with the front end now. So moving back, I put in the aluminum caps, shock caps. Short of replacing the entire shock with aluminum shocks, which I don't think you have to. I think the Traxxas plastic ones are fine. Such an easy mod. You just take these off, take the shock apart, take the caps off, top off the oil, make sure there's no bubbles, put the new cap on, put it all together, you're good. This one was a little bit more difficult. What I did was I changed to a new Bellcrank servo saver assembly. That's an upgrade, but what you have to do is you have to trim part of the plastic off here for it to be able to swing back and forth properly. It does not weaken anything, it's just as strong as it was before. I just took a Dremel and trimmed this area on both sides. It's so much stronger than it was before, and the servo saver is much better. Let's see, moving back, this is an RPM gear cover that's sealed, it's not open here, and caps, of course. And I didn't put the wheelie bar on yet, but I put on the Gearbox Protector part of the wheelie bar. And the reason why I did that is it protects the gearbox more. It actually makes it a little more, a little stronger. If this thing bounces this way, it's not going to hit the gearbox. I feel like this is pretty necessary. I know the wheelie bar is great. I just have the 12 turn. I'm just using the original stock stuff right now, so I will probably end up with a brushless system at some point on this, but until then, I don't really think I need the wheelie bar, unless I go with a LiPo, a 2S LiPo, maybe I'll put the wheelie bar, but for now, I'm just gonna stick with the nickel metal hydride 7-cell. Let's see, what else have I done? Oh, I forgot, on the front end, I did install new RPM caster blocks. This is a weak point on this car that if you're bashing enough, these will eventually crack. Sometimes the king pins will also break, so you can replace those with the pins that come in a set. These pins here, these hinge pins, they come in a set of, I think it basically is a set that will handle the whole car. So you get ones for the back, you get ones for up here, you get these pins here for the steering, but I just didn't use all of those. I just used the ones for this for now. Here. I believe it's stronger metal too. I'd have to look at it and see what the difference is, but a lot of people are saying that sometimes these steering pins that are in here, they get, they bend easily. All right, so I think that's about, one more thing I did, only because I didn't like the way it felt. So there's a lot of play on the body. It would go back and forth and make noise. And so honestly, I'm not a fan of that. So what I did was I just put some foam tape where this sits on the shock mount here. And I also put some foam tape here next to where the body sits. When you put this guy down, I'll lock it in real quick, at least the back. There is no movement at all. It does not rock back and forth, and it's just solid. So even when it lands here, it's going to be solid. I feel like when there's a lot of play, that's when you start having some trouble with the body and things start to crack and break. So if it does land here, it's going to just land and it's going to compress the springs, and it should be okay. All right, everyone. So that's my video on my Rustler. I think it's coming along great. I'm sure at some point I'll put a brushless system in like I have in my Helion Conquest. I probably am going to opt for an aftermarket brushless system. I'm not going to be using the Traxxas one, although the Traxxas one's fine. It's nice and fast and powerful, but I'll probably want to pick out my own, maybe a hobby wing or something like that. Also in the future, like I'm not a fan of these chrome wheels. I'll probably end up replacing these, but anyway, that's my quick video on my Rustler, my little update. And the weather's not great here in New York, so I probably won't really take it out bashing anytime soon. But yeah, maybe I'll try to get a video going. I'm not that great at making videos of my cars running. Maybe you know, if in the future, if this channel works out and I can get some, you know, some more camera equipment, I can, you know, get some cameras mounted on the cars or some sort of better camera to take action footage. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.